Hi, it's Sue. Welcome back to my craft desk where I am doing something a little bit different again. One of my last videos I shared a paper pieced pocket that I used in this journal, which is the journal I'm going to be filling with all the ephemera that I have made. You know, all the bits that I've made for challenges. And this was the pocket. It was a paper piece pocket with this envelope piece in. And that was quite fun to do, a little bit different. And I hope to do a few more of those. But today I want to share this project. And this is more paper piecing, but to make these birds. One is a little owl. Whether you'll see that, it needs to go on a, does that make it any clearer? It's cute, it's just made up of scraps of paper. And the other one is this bird. Oops. And I'm holding up this book because this was the book that I saw these in. And this is Paper Bliss by Skye Rogers. And Skye is, I believe, a Sydney-based paper artist. And you can see here, these are the birds. Or maybe you can't see. And this one in particular is a brooch, which I thought was quite cute. But I thought they'd make really good decorations for either tags or even pockets, belly bands, say pockets. This pocket perhaps isn't quite tall enough and it would be better on something a bit plainer. So yeah, I thought, right, I'm going to have a play. And they are the two that I made just to try. Okay. But I've cut enough to make a couple more, so I'll just leave those there. There were quite a few little pieces. You can see here, this is the owl, and he is the easier of the two, I thought. The main body shape, there are 3 pieces for the wing. 1, 2, oh, that's the third. A beak. 4 pieces in total for the eyes, and of course the feet. Now the eyes, I use paper punches for those to save me having to fussy cut. I'm not very good at fussy cutting circles. And of course there are the feet. And what I did for the body was I cut 2 pieces so that once it's all put together I can back it, which I've done on this piece. Okay. So I thought we'd make these up together, and let's just put that aside. And I actually started with the eyes. Although Skye suggested putting the wing on first. So I'm just going to have a look at that and see if that would make a big difference. Oops. And these are quite small pieces, so you know it's a bit fiddly. And then this piece sort of goes at an angle across. Like so. And then the eyes go here, but the beak has to go on before the eyes. So maybe what we'll do is, for this one, what I might do is put the beak on first. Just get an idea of where those eyes need to go. I mean, you don't have to be too fussy, I guess. Let's pop the beak on. Actually, it might be better working on a piece of paper. The glass mat, everything slides around all over the place. Okay, so one beak. There it is. And it sort of goes on at an angle if you want that beak straight, which I thought would be quite good. Before I started on these trimmed out birds, I actually tried some watercolor blob birds, which is what Darcy had done. One of the pieces, I'll share that with you again, just to remind you if you've seen that. And I thought it was fabulous, and I thought, oh yeah, I wouldn't mind trying that. And it's quite funny because originally she made watercolor birds from blobs and then just drew in stick legs and, you know, features. And I have done that before. I've done it in card making. And I mean, I haven't got a sample of it anymore because it was, you know, they were cards that I made to send. No, hang on, I've got that one the wrong way around, haven't I? Which way is that supposed to go? That way. Okay. That's, whoops. Let's put this down first. Yeah, so I had a little play yesterday, late on yesterday, and I'll share them with you. I mean, they're not great. I don't think, I think I need a bit more practice, but they were fun to do. And it's amazing, you know, when you start playing with these pieces, what you actually see, what you see in the blobs, is what I'm saying, what I mean to say. You know, I was doing birds, but quite honestly, you could see all kinds in them, all sorts of different animals. There we go. Just going to lightly ink around. And what I did with this one, I used some of these little half sprinkles in the eyes, and I think I'll do the same with this one. Okay, so that's the second little owl. Actually, we just need to put this on, don't we? Okay. There we are. So now the bird. And the bird is a bit fiddly. Let maybe I'll work on this so that you can see. The bird has two sections to its body, like so. So we'll glue this one on. So there's the body now attached, and now we have to do the tail feathers, and the suggestion is to put the longer ones on first, which are these, followed by the shorter ones. So let me just so they would go on. This is where I fiddled. I did it the other way around. I attached the short ones to the long ones, and then the long ones to this piece, which is here, and then attached it all to the bird. I might try and do it the way it was suggested this time. I was just a bit concerned because I wanted the shape to be right coming down the bird. See what I mean? But the thing is, you want to get the feathers reasonably close together, like that. Okay, so what I'm going to do, and hope I don't regret this, is just add a line of glue across there for now and slide that under. And that's the three longer ones attached. And like I say, you don't want them to be too spread out. So that's that. Then these ones go over the top. And then this one sits over that. But I still think, actually that's not too bad. For me, it's getting these pieces correct, in the correct position. Okay, let's try this. 1, 2, 3. One, two, three. So they are now attached to that top piece. And that's not too bad. And then the top piece needs to be fixed to the bird. Okay. Yeah. I'll settle for that. They are a bit different. And that to me is the hardest bit, just to get those, you know, sitting well on the bird, or the body. Anyway, that's not too bad. And the last thing to go on is the beak. And this is the beak. And I did. So they are, it's interesting, isn't it? They are, this one looks more like he's sitting on a branch, looking that way. This one is more upright, looking up. Oh well, they don't have to be the same, do they? Okay, now I do have one of these beads. Let me see if I've got one slightly smaller, because this one looks a slightly smaller bird to me. My paper's curling. Oh dear, come on. That one or that one? I think I like that one. Definitely. Right, and I think he needs to go about there. See if I can do this without being fiddly. There we go. And there he is. Actually, I don't mind that that looks a bit smaller. I think that's quite good. It's good to have some different sizes. So there you go. That's something a little bit different today. Like I say, I think they'd be great on pockets or tags. And I think I will probably use at least one of them in each of the journals I'm working on at the moment. Okay, this one just needs a bit of inking around the edge, gently, so I don't knock everything off. So that glue's not quite dry. Yeah, I've fluffed around with this one, but I actually quite like the way it sits. I like that the tail feathers are facing down more than this one. There we go. All right, so that's my quick share for today. I hope you enjoyed that. It's something a little bit different. And, you know, if you make cards, they'd be quite good on cards. But as I say, I think I'm going to use them on pockets and possibly even a tag. Bit of collage and a bird, and perhaps something like this on a pocket. Probably be better on a plainer pocket with some collage. I think that would work quite well. All right, so that's it for me today. Thank you so much for calling past. I really appreciate it. And I will be back with something, I don't know whether I will start on the new journal or try and finish at least one of the two that I'm working on at the moment. But I hope you'll join me. So until then, take care. I'll see you later. Bye. So not quite gone yet, not quite finished. I did promise I would do a quick share. This was one of the pieces that I received from Darcy, and this was her blobby bird. And yeah, how cool is that? She managed to get nice big splotches on hers. Loved it. And you might notice here there's some doodling or centangles. Yeah, really love that, and I thought I'd have a try. Now, you must be kind. I haven't done this for a while. These were mine, and I did quite small ones. In fact, mine, I think I took an A5 piece of paper and just trimmed it into 4, I can't remember. 4 1/4 by 2 3/4. So that's the first one. So my blob, I did manage to get a couple of pieces. So that's the first one. My husband thinks he looks like a chook, a chicken. Fair enough. This was the second one, and he looks like he's doing the splits, so I put him on a tree branch. And that's pretty straightforward, not a lot of messing around there. I did like the way the colours mixed here, the tealy green and the yellow. I really like that. I thought it was quite nice. Same here. I mean, they blended quite well. Then we have this one. And this one, I ended up with this blob here, and I thought, oh my goodness, what do I do with that? So this was done before this one. And I thought, okay, I'll put him, make that a branch. But it looks weird. But, you know, a little bit of weird isn't such a bad thing. And he looks sideways on, and of course, yeah, he does. He could have been a chook just as easily. And probably the funniest, I think, my husband thinks this is the best. The funniest was this one. This was a long blob. And I did do a bit of pen work on the wings here, across the chest. And I did this bit of doodling at the bottom, but, you know, it was what it was. You'll see that I also did made a card. Just pop that there because that's how it should be done. And these are my efforts. Yeah, I made a journal card. Not a journal card, a tag. Using one of my owls. And this is it here. And you may or may not see, I've done a bit of doodling along the bottom here and all around this side. And to sit the owl on the card, I've traced some of my painted papers to form a tree and some leaves. And this is a piece of gel print, which is worked on deli paper. But see what I mean? I mean, I don't think that's bad as a tag. That's pretty good. That's going in one of my journals. So there you go. Now I have definitely finished. That's the end of my show and tell for today. I just need to get this post uploaded and hopefully that will go up tomorrow. All right. Thank you so much once again. I'll see you soon. Bye.